Okay, folks, we're gonna get straight into this. I'm now gonna react to all of it at least halfway. Hopefully, I can make it.
That Kim specifically is swimming in money from all the deals they've had over the past 5 years before it all came to pass. Like, I
Well,
feel like they had a good racket going and it got broken up, and they are not happy about it right
well,
now.
I should then maybe mention, hey, I don't know if this is public knowledge yet, Kim, but do you want to explain why you're only getting involved with companies now that are brand new, up and coming companies because the other ones won't hire you anymore? Oops. I mean,
That
Sony
is,
said bye bye.
Sony did say bye bye, allegedly.
Oh,
That is,
as I said, Smash, I trust this source 100%. Obviously, take it as a rumor, but I trust the source 100%. So,
no, and I trust you 100% too, but I'll take it as a rumor just because you never know. But I'm just saying, even still, no matter what, I'm just saying you never know. You never know.
yep.
Um, but so the future of Sweet Baby Inc. is new game companies only. What would incentivize a new game company to sign on with them?
Well,
Advertising?
because I believe that there's a avenue here, and I'm going to bring up the Games for Diversity connection leading into a couple companies that are literally what they do is they schedule events. And a couple of these events recently with them have been for the PAL group and been for Sweet Baby. There have been some Sweet Baby Inc. events in the past. I believe they're advocating through these other groups and getting these new up and coming people who are making games who probably aren't as tapped in to the current culture and stuff. Think about it.
Okay, so a lot to unpack. First and foremost, so I think this is the first step. I mean, right now we all know that AAA, all of them are kicking Sweet Baby Inc. out. Man, it's not sneezing, which is a good thing, meaning the industry is shifted. We all know Sweet Baby Inc. They're not giving up. I think they will find someone that will be that will agree with them. Let's just say that. Listen, there are some people who aren't awake, who aren't aware of this whole culture war stuff. They probably don't know about Sweet Baby Inc. They're probably going to think to themselves that, oh, these guys can help us. What was the word? Make our games good. And before you know it, their games flop. It'll be too late to go back. Too little, too late.
Companies aren't going to want to because they're going to say, oh, well, we look up Sweet Baby Inc., we get a bazillion videos. I don't want to deal with this. But a new company that's like, hey, we're Bandit Brothers and we're making our first game and they need help. And they're like, oh, we have a consultancy for you. They're not going to go online and find all these things. They're probably not that knowledgeable. So it's easier for them to slip into those things.
So at the same time, too, in addition to that, they could also look at Sweet Baby Inc. even coming up as a new company, knowing the bad reputation, almost like a weird, like Gerard the
Bonus for them.
Completionist. What's that?
It could be a bonus for them too, because they might look at it as like positive.
Right. Well, I was gonna say like a Gerard the Completionist Indie Land type thing, where they could like use whatever Sweet Baby Inc. and the Powell Group and whatever are putting on for the events to promote their game.
Correct. That's what they do. These companies, and one of them, I'm going to name drop a name, Menno Monster, who's Mr. Menno Van Pelt Dean, who is the one of the persons in charge of Games for Diversity. That's why they were very angry that I was exposing that, is because they make events where they literally have a bunch of brand new developers all come together and showcase their games together. That's what they do.
I think you just hit on the future of how Sweet Baby Inc. is going to try to survive.
Oh,
And that
100%.
right, it's going to be through promotions and events.
Correct. That's what they've
And
been
then
already doing. They've been coming. What I can tell you that there's been a couple events that they've put on by the Powell Group, and I've been made aware. I can't say for certain, so take it as a rumor. But I've been made aware that it's not just Powell Group people. So
and then by putting on the events, these indie developers will go to them, get their free promotion of the games or whatever.
That is could be a plausible. I'm gonna have to say those new games or new developers, they're probably not gonna listen to people like Smash JT, Hypnotic, but they also knew that if they attack gamers or say gamers are bigots, racist, the game will fail. Which I hope to those new developers who are making new games, think about it, don't attack gamers. If you do, this is gonna be your only warning. Your game will fail 100%.
made aware that it's not just Powell Group people. So
And then by putting on the events, these indie developers will go to them, get their free promotion of the games or whatever, and then somehow meet with Kimball and sign on with them through that.
Yes, because think about it this way. If you're a person who's coming in with your game and let's say it's not finished yet, let's say you have a prototype, let's say you have whatever, and you come in and a bunch of other games, getting feedback from a bunch of other game developers is a great idea. It's a great concept. However, if it's all fledgling developers and none of them are experienced and none of them whatever, it might not be as helpful. But if you have people there with experience, for example, if Kim comes in there and says, "Oh, I have this much experience in the game industry. You might know about me. My company is this, and I see your game's this, and we can help you advocate with this, and well, you could pay us this amount, and we can help you market it to this place. We can connect you because Sweet Baby Inc. has connections. So does, for example, Wings Interactive. They had connections with Netflix and all these other companies. They'll say, "Hey,
And
hire us,
Microsoft,
and
Microsoft.
hire us, and we will get you in the door with these other companies."
Yes, especially Microsoft, because weren't they with
Exactly.
Compulsion Games, and that's owned by Microsoft, and that was a Sweet Baby
I'm not
Inc. game?
100% sure, but I know more about Wings because they're not very happy with me. They've never recovered, by the way. Never.
Oh, right. No, I know. I
No,
know.
they literally have only one social media that's active.
You know what they say? F around and find out, folks. I mean, why can't many of these idiots understand? Just make a good game and that's it. Because guess what? Sweet Baby Inc. and people like these who champion for diversity, who hate gamers, they knew when the industry listens to gamers, they cannot stand for it. It is their kryptonite, a weakness.
To show how quick they are to hide, it's probably a direct correlation to how much money they're making and don't want the good thing to end. So they're like, lock it all down, let this blow over, and let's get back to it when this guy goes away.
Yeah, but to close this, because I know we want to finish this off. Close this, basically, you're right. What they're doing is they're going to these events, and they're probably doing it. And again, this is my speculation, but they're doing it under the label of the PAL Group or other companies, and they're there and they're offering their experience, and they're also offering their connections. And think about it: if you're a new developer who's making your first game, and someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, pay me X amount, and I will get you in the door with Sony or Microsoft or whatever," and you're a fledgling new developer, you'll do it.
For a smaller developer, it might not always be just a straight up pay me X amount. It might be just a contract of percentage of game sales or
True.
another.
That could be as well.
Yep. So it's curious. It's curious the future. And maybe it's just a numbers game. Maybe they're just hoping for their own Schedule 1 breakout where they just need one to hit and they're good forever.
I've just noticed that it's a trend lately with them is that all the games that I'm finding that either I know that they work on or suspect that they work on, because there's plenty of them that I suspect they work on. All of them are like fledgling new studios that are like, this is our first or second game. So.
And none of the games have any kind of chance of actually being good.
There's one that they're hiding very well. For some reason, they really don't want people to know about this one. And I mentioned we made a video on it, but it didn't get as much attention as the Crush House one. Is the Zix one? That's a big one? They specifically, because I had to infiltrate their Discord to do that, and I found 4 members of Sleep Baby Inc. in there with narrative credits listed on them, and they removed them, and they removed all their credits. So literally, they just are in the Discord now, but have no labels on them at all. So they're very, very much trying not to make noise.
Again, they're trying their best to hide. Right now, there is one other game that okay, like I said, take this as a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Directive 8020 is probably going to be woke. It's going to be cooked as well. And I say this because of one thing. Here, perhaps let me show you Supermassive Games. Come, let me show you. Now remember, Supermassive Games made this game, the new game. Recognize this? Do you recognize this? Perhaps we can check. Outmaking Games. Here it is, folks. From Permaban, a consultancy group named Outmaking Games has been pressuring Rockstar to censor GTA 5. I mean, make that make sense. Although I wouldn't call it Directive 8020 is cooked yet or 100% cooked yet. So far, the only evidence I have is, of course, their partners. And it's been quiet. We haven't heard anything. So I will wait until at least, remember, they say it's coming on October. So probably Summer Game Fest. Because remember, many of these people who are from either out-making games or perhaps supermassive games, they are quiet right now because they knew if they say some things that's probably going to alienate the fans or the audience, the game will fail 100%. Now I don't know if Direct 8020 is going to do good because so far it's been quiet. So we'll just have to wait until the release date. To the newer developers, I just want to say this. Before you hire anybody, do a background check. There are times where these consultancy groups hate you or hate your games. Think twice before you even hire a consultancy firm, okay? All those new developers, think twice.
At times, I have seen him show mercy, but at others act with complete brutality. I do not understand him. Perhaps heroes need not question their actions.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want gaming news, gaming theories, or you just want to see me play games. You can visit my first, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.